See my route took a tumble. Next time, be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. Honey yard dash. Honey yard dash. Honey yard dash. Honey yard dash. Honey yard dash.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see Modesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though.
Coach, thanks. Located appropriately for his career win total at 347 Don Shula Drive. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami, Florida. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
You're set. 19. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Check 52.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Set. 19. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Here we go. Oh. Here we go. Oh. One's the mic. Watch one. Watch one. 24. And a go.
Out of the gun, Watson. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Check 24. Check 24.
Derrick Henry. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down now, it's Henry. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Hey! So Mike's number one. You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Got a man out of the backfield. It's Chris Thompson. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 32-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll run with Henry. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
Here we go. Here we go. One's the mic. Watch one.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And that is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Operating from the gun. Love. He'll get this to Eckler. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Second and 4. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were.
Under 10, 10.
Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one. That's caught inside the 20. Give him 32 on the play. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the gun, Love. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets have taken the lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they...
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Hey, go!
Looking to throw on second down. Love. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers. And on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
This will be caught by Brown. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. Back to throw. Love. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
So Mike's #1, Mike's #1.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. A first down carry for Henry. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Watson taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go. One's the mic. Watch one. Watch one. I got you, punk. Mike 1. Mike. I got one. So Mike's #1. Mike's #1.
From the gun, here's Watson. Being chased out left. Taking a deep shot here. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with the opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends. You're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. Know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. To throw on second down. Love is going to find his running back. It's complete. First down marker at the 31. It's third down.
And it's third down.
It's just me and you.
Operating from the gun. Love. Complete. Smith has it. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
55.
On first down, Love. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. He's at the 40. 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Gets fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
Early in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. It's caught. Smith. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Alert 3, you're out. Check 3. Hey, check 24, watch 24. Squeeze, get in there.
From the gun, Love. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Love. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Love. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 2nd and 6. And this one complete to Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Love. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Love. Taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Love. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
From the 22, Watson flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Here we go. Runs the mic. Watch one.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
To throw is Watson. To throw on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
We got this. At their own 36-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Here's 2nd and 8. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Samson Abuka in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Got a man. It's Brown. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. They're going to try and throw. He gets it to Brown. Complete. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a 1st down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Eckler. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That good for 22 and a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Love. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Give me something. Here we go. 58, boy. 58. 58 back. And what's that? And what's the ball? Ready, go.
Throwing again. Love. Forced out to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
59 is my exit. Check, 59.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Love escaping the... And he's going to go down again. Ed Oliver providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. So the scoring dried up here in the 3rd. Nothing that quarter for either side. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, we got 3 down.
Throwing again is Watson. And that that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Scarborough. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. The kick by McManus is good. And they take the lead here by 2, 12-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. To throw is Watson. Flush to his right. Jones has it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
On first down, Watson buying time to his left. From behind, and he's going to be driven down. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now on 2nd and 13, Watson eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game.
Runs the mic. Watch one. Watch one. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
3rd and long. It's Watson. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
I got you. Here we go. Here we go. Run the mic. Watch one. Hey, get in the way. Mike, one.
On 4th down, Watson being chased out left. Now he'll square. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. So obviously that one really hurts not to be able to convert. But this one's not over yet, Charles. Look at the clock, and then also 2 timeouts still left for him.
And if I'm coaching the defense, I think I'm going all out. And what I mean by that is nothing but pressure packages going at them. I'm going to force them on offense to kind of gamble a little bit because I will leave openings, all right? You can sting me, but how often will they want to do that? They're going to want to run the ball and bleed the clock. I'm going after them, hoping to make a big play.
And in a sense, 3 timeouts with that 2-minute warning looming.
Great note right there because it was the 2 timeouts. They get a 3rd one back. They still have a chance.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. It's Eckler again. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And some room to work. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Once more, here's Eckler. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Austin Eckler with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. After the sack on first down, Watson, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Here's Watson. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
They'll run here with Eckler. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Brandon McManus on for the field goal. A 57-yard
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Jets, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, the perfect season was apparently not meant to be as they drop to 7-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.